In 1867, Kansas State University held its first commencement. 3 women and 2 men graduated that year. As the first land-grant university in the nation, this fledgling university had a vision of providing innovative education to all people. That early vision has continued through to the present. With over 250 majors and a diverse student body, including students from all 50 states and more than 100 countries. Becoming one of the nation's top 50 public research universities by 2025 is today's vision for tomorrow. With academic programs among the best in the nation and professors who are leaders in their fields, Kansas State University is an international leader in teaching, learning, service, and research. Today's graduates join over 200,000 alumni who are proud to call K-State their alma mater. Congratulations, and thank you to all those who have supported them through their undergraduate experience at Kansas State University.
Please stand while Colby Van Camp, a sophomore in music education and music composition, sings our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Beautiful, thank you. You may be seated. Good morning. I am Debbie Mercer, Dean of the College of Education. It is my pleasure to welcome you to the Fall 2018 College of Education Commencement. As we begin our program this morning, I'm privileged to introduce the members of the platform party. I ask them to stand and remain standing, and please hold your applause until the group has been introduced. Beginning on your far right, we have Roger Schifferick, Assistant Dean of Education, Colby Van Camp, vocalist, Abby Hirschenau, Student Commencement Speaker, Socorro Herrera, Professor and Award Recipient, Todd Goodson, Assistant Dean of Education and Curriculum and Instruction Department Chair, and on my right, Signe Cook, Commencement Speaker, Richard Myers, President, Charles Tabor, Provost and Executive Vice President, Amy Button-Renz, President and CEO of the K-State Alumni Association, and Brad Bernheide, Associate Professor. You may be seated. This day truly would not be possible without the conscientious, caring, and rigorous attention of a dedicated faculty. I am honored to introduce representatives of our faculty, and I ask them to stand and remain standing. And once again, please hold your applause until all have been introduced. Dale Schinstock, James Alberto, Lori Goodson, Trina Harlow, Judy Huey, Lori Levine, Sherry Martini, Leah McKeeman, Dustin Merritt, Kevin Murray, Kaylee Myers, Jessica Nelson, Tracy Perez, Suzanne Perath, Vicki Sherbert, Jackie Spears, Julie Teeley, Laura Tejan, Jill Wood, and I also recognize those faculty members serving as marshals: Lotta Larson, Tani Martinez, Jim Teagarden, Ken Huey, Kimberly Staples, and B. Stoney. My appreciation. Thank you. I would also like to thank Lars Quinka, Junior in Applied Music, for providing the organ music for today's ceremony, and Terry Ferguson, Kansas State University alumnus, for providing the bagpiping music. All colleges at Kansas State University regard professional services to be the third dimension, along with teaching and research, of a well-rounded academic career. Nominations and selections by colleagues and students recognize Dr. Socorro Herrera as the recipient of the Catherine A. Holland Excellence in Service Award. Dr. Herrera, would you please join me? Socorro serves as a professor of curriculum and instruction and is the executive director of the Center for Intercultural and Multilingual Advocacy. Dr. Herrera is known not only in Kansas and the nation, but internationally for her service and commitment to culturally and linguistically diverse students and their families. Socorro has provided professional learning opportunities to teachers and students around the globe. These efforts have been enhanced by external funding awards of over $40 million in her dedication to serving all. I am pleased to present Dr. Herrera with a plaque, a certificate of award, and a monetary award in the amount of $1,000. Please join me in congratulating Dr. Socorro Herrera. This year, we continue a special tradition during commencement by recognizing outstanding College of Education graduates. Dr. Todd Goodson, Assistant Dean and Department Chair of Curriculum and Instruction, and Dr. Roger Schieferick, Assistant Dean, will present the Outstanding Undergraduate Student Awards.
Thank you, Dean Mercer. Today we have the opportunity to honor our outstanding undergraduate students. We know they are well prepared as knowledgeable, ethical, caring decision makers who will greatly impact our future students, schools, and communities. At this time, will the following graduates please come forward to the lower platform to meet Dr. Schieferick for the presentation. Marshall Adams, Jordan Boswell, Allison Daniel, Alicia Hall, Rebecca Hunt, Amy Matlick, Hadley Mickelson, Madison Pluvier, and Abigail Webb. Each semester, we present two outstanding future teacher awards, one in elementary education and the other in secondary education. This award recognizes outstanding future teachers who demonstrate excellence during their professional clinical experiences as supported and documented by their cooperating teachers, university supervisors, and/or clinical instructors. Alicia Hall of Iuka, Kansas, is receiving the Fall 2018 Outstanding Future Teacher Award for Elementary Education. She is a graduate in elementary education with an emphasis in special education. Hadley Mickelson of Lansing, Kansas, is receiving the Fall 2018 Outstanding Future Teacher Award for Secondary Education. She is a graduate in English education. Congratulations, Alicia and Hadley. Each semester, faculty identifies several students to receive the Outstanding Undergraduate Student Award. This award recognizes their outstanding scholarship and leadership in college, campus, and community activities. Each of these students exemplifies the meaning of being a knowledgeable, ethical, caring decision maker, thereby reflecting the best qualities of all of our graduates. Jordan Boswell. Jordan is from Onega, Kansas, and is a graduate in physical education. Allison Daniels. Allison is from Gardner, Kansas, and is a graduate in elementary education with an emphasis in special education. Amy Matlick. Amy is from Wichita, Kansas, and is a graduate in secondary social studies education. Madison Pluvier. Madison is a graduate in secondary speech education from Lenexa, Kansas. and Abigail Webb. Abigail is from Lawrence, Kansas, and is a graduate in elementary education with an emphasis in modern language. Congratulations to these outstanding graduates. Each semester, the Kansas State Department of Education recognizes Teachers of Promise from each of the teacher education programs in the state. Earlier this semester, these Teachers of Promise were recognized by the Kansas State Department of Education. Marshall Adams of Manhattan, Kansas, was recognized as the Outstanding Secondary Education Teacher of Promise. He is a graduate in Secondary Earth Science Education. And Rebecca Hunt of Garden City, Kansas, was recognized as the Elementary Education Teacher of Promise. She is a graduate in elementary education with an emphasis in math. Congratulations to all of our undergraduate Outstanding Student awardees.
Thank you, Dr. Goodson and Dr. Schuferick. I am pleased to introduce our commencement speaker, Signe Cook. Signe Cook teaches 5th grade math and science at Park Elementary in Great Bend, Kansas, and is part of the 2019 Kansas Teacher of the Year team. She's a veteran teacher of 24 years who believes in building strong relationships with students so that they know they have someone who cares about them and believes in them. Signe is inspired to enter the classroom each day, sharing a joy and love for learning that's nothing less than contagious, a love she hopes continues far beyond her students' academic careers. Signe received both her bachelor's degree in elementary education and her master's degree from K-State. I'm proud to present Signe Cook.
Congratulations. I am so excited for you as you enter the teaching profession. In my opinion, it is one of the most rewarding and most influential careers. I have been teaching for 24 years, and there is not a day yet that I have not looked forward to going to school to teach. I have grown a lot as a teacher and a person, and I know you will too. I'm going to give you some advice that I hope will help you become a successful teacher. You will need to be flexible. You can spend hours writing the best lesson plans for the week, but every day, perhaps every hour, there will be something that will happen that will change those plans. It could be the DARE officer not showing up, a lockdown drill, or a current event that comes up and is more important to talk about than the planned content lesson. There may be a student that had a really rough night and needs someone to listen to them and show them that they are important. Empathize with your students and let them know that you are listening and really do care. Allow for self-directed learning and creativity. If a student comes up with another way to solve a problem or think about a project, cheer them on. We do not want a society that can only do things one way. We want our students to be creative, self-directed, and willing to try something new. The students that come out of our classroom should be confident in their ability to contribute in whatever life path they are taking. The curriculum that your school is using will be changing to best meet the needs of today's students and the standards. Do not be afraid of change. As you get more comfortable with the curriculum, put your style in the lesson. You, as a teacher, are able to make the lessons come alive. The students are going to remember the teachers who made the math, science, and reading come alive for them. Patience is going to be a key to how successful your year is and how healthy the climate of your classroom is. There will be many habits that come from your students that will annoy you. The tapping and drumming of pencils, the student who flosses every time he stands up or gets in line, the student who can't work because they don't have a pencil, but yet it seems like there are 20 on the floor. You cannot let the students see how much these annoying little things get under your skin. When they see you get upset, that will give them more power and they will keep going. Building relationships with your students will also make a huge difference in your classroom. Anyway, I had always known this and have created relationships with my students. When I started teaching middle school in Junction City, I went from teaching primary grades in a smaller school to teaching ESL students in a very large middle school. The students were so diverse, so much bigger than I was used to. The teacher before me did not make much of an impact, so I told myself, I am going to do my best. I'm going to show the students that I care about them and I believe in them, and I did. I got to know the students, their families, and learned what I could do to make them successful. I had a student named Johnny. He was from Cambodia. His life was not very easy in Cambodia or in Junction City. He had a hard time in school and was very shy. Junction City Middle School had a program where students could job shadow for a day, but were required to have a teacher sponsor them. I had been on several of these trips with the students to a cosmetology school, a veterinary clinic, and the Cosmosphere. Johnny asked me to take him to job shadow at a trailer park because he wanted to learn how to fix trailer homes. That was how he could see himself being successful when he was out of school. What was I to do except to encourage and support him? It was definitely out of my comfort zone to take Johnny to the trailer park for a day to learn how to fix trailers. But I did, and then Johnny continued to go through school knowing that someone really does believe in him. Every once in a while, I check in with Johnny to see how he is doing. When Johnny found out I was nominated for Kansas Teacher of the Year, he messaged me and said, "It has been over a decade since you inspired me. You pushed me to work harder and think smarter. You taught me lessons that will stay with me as I continue to grow, not only as a student, but a person too. Thank you for not giving me the easy way out. You urged me to figure it out on my own instead of handing me the answers. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be able to read or write as I can now. If it wasn't for you teaching me how to read and write, I wouldn't have gotten where I am today. I was incarcerated a year or so after you were my teacher and mentor. The only thing that gave me hope and kept me sane was reading. I wouldn't have graduated high school if it wasn't for your lessons. I wouldn't have made it to college if it wasn't for your help or motivation a decade ago. Thank you for being you and all you have done. Do what you can to build relationships with your students. Greet them by name as they come in the room. Acknowledge every student every day. Then make an effort to make a personal connection with at least 2 students in your class. It will make a difference with your teaching and the classroom environment. When the students know you care, they are going to work harder for you and for themselves. I am on the Kansas 2019 Teacher of the Year team. When teachers are chosen for this award, it is primarily based on how they relate to their students, not solely on how well they teach. The first priority in the classroom, even over learning, should be the teacher-student relationship. When students are given understanding, validation, tolerance, and acceptance, an opening is made for them to feel emotionally safe and secure, which then leads to academic achievement. This summer, my family went through some events that were very traumatic. My husband, who is a high school principal, was hospitalized for heart failure and other complications for 48 days. It caused us to think about the grit that we and many of our students have to use every day to get through the school day. Some don't have heat in their house or a good meal at home the night before, or they are expected to take care of younger siblings when they get home. And yet they come to school every day and do their best to set everything aside so they can learn. I will also tell you that teaching is not easy. You will be exhausted at the end of the day. You will be frustrated with students. But remember, every day is a new day. Every hour is a new hour. It may take months to change behaviors or master concepts, but you can make it happen. Don't ever give up. Every one of us has a purpose in becoming an educator. I truly believe there is a reason that each child is in our classrooms. We may not understand our purpose until the end of the year or later, but each of us has a purpose with our students. Last year, I had a student that came into my 5th grade class, and he had yet to have a positive experience at school. He cried every day, did not know how to socialize with peers, and had a hard time with anger management. I took extra time to build a relationship with him and to let him know that I truly cared and believed in him. I was consistent in my expectations of him. His behaviors, self-esteem, and self-management skills gradually improved. By the end of the year, he loved school, was working at or near grade level, and was accepted by his peers. This year, he is having a great year in 6th grade. I was part of the reason in the positive changes for this student. I made a difference. When you get your own classroom, have fun. This is the career you have chosen. Do your best and enjoy it every day. Build a classroom community, make learning engaging and interactive. Remember, you make a difference.
Oh, Signe, thank you. What an inspiration. To extend remarks on behalf of the students of our college, I'm pleased to introduce Abby Hirschenau, a secondary math education graduate from St. Louis, Missouri.
In our College of Education classes, we've been asked countless times why we want to be teachers. Some of us may have answered about a teacher that changed our life. We love kids, we want to make an impact. We love our content, science, math, special education, foreign language, social studies, English, theater, art, music, physical education, agriculture, and I might have forgotten one. I think it's safe to assume that close to none of us answered at the gate that we want to be a teacher because we love writing a 6-part lesson plan and analyzing standards, the grading, understanding negligence, and liability. We sit here today for reasons that vary, but they began with our dreams nested in the immeasurable intangibles. But what we've all collectively gained throughout our courses at Bluemont are the tangibles. How we function in a school and how we enable the passions of our future teacher minds have been fostered and developed by our faculty, professors, field experiences, and courses. Something that shook my teaching world, as it probably did for most of yours, when I entered my Algebra 1 class the first day as a student teacher was, it's possible to be a near-perfect education student. Write great lesson plans, know the theories of Piaget, Bronfenbrenner, Vygotsky, maybe succeed in our content courses. But when I walk into a room of 25 high school students, or middle or elementary, staring me in the face with headphones in their ears and exasperations on their lips of the lives that I can't even begin to describe existing outside of my hour and 20 minutes with them, those can all go out the window if I don't know how to build a relationship with them. Here, I was brought back to the intangibles, why I am a teacher, why you are a teacher, our answer to the why question we have been asked from the beginning. We need both as teachers, the tangibles and the intangibles. We aren't going to become closer to our students through altering a lesson plan, but we will through knowing their lives. And through knowing their lives, our lessons can be altered and our developmental theories can be touched on to know a deeper way to reach them. The thing is, our commodity is people. An engineer or an architect calculates to the nth degree the precision of their designs. A business major can predict and analyze the growth of a market and make calculated adjustments. A medical professional has equipment, tools, sciences, medication to help them make the informed decisions they need to. Our clientele, on average, 19 to 30 living, breathing, developing humans that have the ability to vastly alter their mood in about 5 minutes, and a conversation we have with them may change the entire course of their day, week, month, who knows, maybe school year or life. And we're for them. This is what we're here for. We're not going to be perfect. Our commodity never will. But who we are as their teacher in the midst of a hard season of life, a challenging unit in class, a tough go at it with making friends, disciplinary issues over and over, is what makes us the caring educators we need to be. Our education courses at K-State have brought us the knowledge and shaped our ethics on teaching in a diverse and changing world. We have brought our dreams and experiences. It's our charge now to remember our intangible strengths and compassion and to put them forth through the action of the tangibles to care for this next generation. Class of 2018, I challenge each and every one of us to seek the child before we seek the student. Know the heart before we test the mind, and seek to empathize before we criticize. Our dream of following this profession began with our hearts. We've built up our minds, and now let's together take the step forward to be in the position that our teachers were in, that changed the course of our lives as we were sitting in their classroom, waiting and needing the compassion that they would lend us each day. I'll end with a quote that hangs on my bedroom wall back home by Martha Graham. There is a vitality, a life force, an energy, a quickening that is translated through you into action. And because there's only one of you in all of time, this expression is unique. And if you block it, it will never exist through any other medium, and it will be lost. Let's be the expression of our passions for the students before us. Let's be the teachers that we were made to be. Thank you.
Outstanding. May you never lose the passion. Kansas State University believes in family. Upon graduation, you become a lifelong member of the K-State family. Our nationally acclaimed Alumni Association will serve as your primary connection to the university. To welcome you with a special announcement, I'm pleased to introduce Amy Button-Renz, President and CEO of the K-State Alumni Association.
Thank you, Dean Mercer. I'm pleased to be part of your special day and offer congratulations on behalf of the K-State Alumni Association, representing over 280,000 graduates and friends who will be your lifelong K-State family. Today, as you receive your degree, we are excited to celebrate with you and your family. We are also here to welcome you into a new relationship with your alma mater as you begin this new chapter as a K-State graduate. Our mission at the Alumni Association is to lead and inspire lifelong involvement that will benefit Kansas State University and all members of our Wildcat community. I would like to share 3 of the core values that guide us in our mission to help keep you connected with K-State. The first value is link. The Alumni Association provides the lifelong link that alumni can depend on to remain connected. You can stay in touch with hundreds of alumni activities held on campus, around the country, and internationally. Another value is tradition. You will likely celebrate a few traditions this weekend as you sing the alma mater or take KSU photos at your favorite spot on campus. You may also have fond memories of doing the Wabash at a K-State sports event or rubbing the nose of the bronze Wildcat statue at the Alumni Center for good luck on a test or to ensure a Wildcat victory. As the keepers of tradition, we also hope you will have a chance to visit the Alumni Center to experience all the wonderful traditions kept there, including our newest addition, a stained glass mural designed by 2016 graduate Marcus Gilbert, which pays tribute to the beauty of our state and the K-State campus. The third core value is purple. For K-Staters, it's more than a color. It's a symbol of pride, connection, and family. When you see someone wearing purple, or a K-State class ring, or sporting a K-State license plate, you will feel that sense of family. In recognition of your graduation, the College of Education and the Alumni Association are providing you with a complimentary 1-year membership to the Alumni Association. We hope you will enjoy the membership benefits and continue to be an active member after your first year. K-State alumni are among the most loyal in the nation. In fact, our membership ranks number 4 among the Power 5 universities and number 1 in the Big 12 for the percentage of graduates who are members. That loyalty is shared by generations of K-Staters who have the same passion for K-State that you feel today as you receive your degree from one of the finest universities in the nation. The Alumni Association is also pleased to present you today with an exclusive alumni business card holder. As you go through life and your titles and addresses change, please be sure to keep us updated. We want to make sure you are always connected to your K-State family. Congratulations and go Cats.
Thank you, Amy. Now it is time for the most important single event of this morning's ceremony. Will all candidates for bachelor's degrees in both elementary and secondary education please rise? I am happy to introduce Richard Myers, President of Kansas State University, for the conferral of degrees.
Thank you, Dean Mercer. By the authority granted me by the people of Kansas and the Kansas Board of Regents, and upon recommendation of the faculty, and upon completion of all degree requirements, I am pleased to confer upon you the respective degrees you have earned at Kansas State University. You may move the tassel to the left side of your mortarboards. You are now graduates of Kansas State.
Thank you, President Myers, and congratulations to all candidates of the class of December 2018. We will now proceed with the presentation of diplomas to the graduates. Will the graduates with a Bachelor of Science in Elementary Education please remain standing? Secondary education graduates, you may be seated. I will make the presentations and be assisted by Dr. Brad Bernheide and Dr. Roger Schieferick, and I'm especially pleased that our President, Richard Myers, and Provost and Executive Vice President, Charles Tabor, will join me in congratulating each graduate.
Peyton Renee Argenbright. Kirkland Nicholas Babbitt. William Kirby Bakhti. Ashley May Bussing, summa cum laude. Savannah Casto Elcock. Madison Christine Clinton. Chanity Dawn Daly, summa cum laude. Allison Taylor Daniels, summa cum laude. Ashton Hope Edelman. Jordan Maria Fanning. Jensen Rose Ford. Olivia Marie Fry. Taylor R. Gable. Alicia Rose Hall, summa cum laude. Haley Ann Hamilton. Brianna Nicole Hammond. Morgan Ray Hauserman, summa cum laude. Mariah Sue Heisel. Kristen Marie Hauser, cum laude. Rebecca Lynn Hunt, summa cum laude, honors program completer. Amy True Jackson. Madison Christine Jansen. Madison Shay Jewett, cum laude. Cade Austin Kinnaman. Allison McKenna Kinsley. Ashley Brooke Kitchen. Ashley Lauren Creer. Kathleen Olivia Lansden, magna cum laude. Caitlin Castanilla LePage, magna cum laude. Kelsey Lane Marshall, cum laude. Brooke Justine McLaughlin, cum laude. Abigail Lynn Morris, cum laude. Maggie Jean Murphy, summa cum laude. Alexis Kristen Otto. Courtney Paige Ohm. Laura Jo Rankin, summa cum laude. Maggie Noonan Reed. Madison Ray Rogers. Janie Marie Rottinghouse, summa cum laude. Whitney Wilkie Samuelson. Jonathan Blake Scarmaeus. Polly Faye Shinstock. Her father, Dr. Dale Shinstock, Associate Professor in Engineering, is presenting her diploma. Natalie Elizabeth Schwartz, summa cum laude. Amanda Nicole Sellers. Haley Kathleen Shepard. Jonna Charmaine Shoemaker. Melissa Smith, cum laude. Caden Cole Vanderpool. Brittany Ann Warno. Abigail Dawn Webb, cum laude. Ashley Nicole Wiggin. Abigail R. Williamson, magna cum laude. Chelsea Lynn Winter.
Perfect, thank you, sir.
Please join me in congratulating our elementary education graduates. You may be seated. Will graduates with the Bachelor of Science degree in secondary education please rise and remain standing?
Marshall Donald Adams. Ryan William Bird. Jordan Marie Boswell. Aram Sahag Boyajian. William Edward Butts. Sarah Catherine Byerly. Samantha Ann Dameron. Alex C. Delton. Elizabeth Ellen Eades. Bailey Paige Fleming. Colby Joseph Gottschalk. Tyreek Rashid Herbin. Abby Lynn Hirschenau. Laura Ellen Herter. Andrew James Hovis. Samantha Nicole Huber. Ray Jared Irwin III. Rachel Marie Jensen. Brett Randall Kipley, summa cum laude. Jacob Ryan Cook. Brianne Renee Cruz. Tiffany Danielle Lawrence, summa cum laude, honors program completer. Olivia Catherine Lenert, cum laude. Dalton Jade Maples. Amy Elizabeth Matlick, summa cum laude. Hadley Gail Mickelson. Lindsay Nicole Miles. Ashley Ann Minji. Reginald D'Angelo Moore, call me Mr. Completer. Caleb John Parente. Paige Brianne Parker. Madison Grace Pluvier. Michaela Elaine Rader, summa cum laude. James Omaz Renner, magna cum laude. Garrett Levi Runyon. Jennifer Lee Schleicher. John Daniel Swaggerty. Mallory Marie Taylor. Brianna K. Tomat. Stacy Renee Thomas. Taylor Michelle Tobin. Christine Marie Warren, magna cum laude. Emily Louise Webb, summa cum laude. Emily Janelle Young. Dylan Reed Hanna.
Please join me in congratulating our secondary education graduates. You may be seated. We thank all parents and guests for attending today. Your support helped your special graduates succeed in their academic journey. Now I'm going to ask you to please stand and join us as Colby Van Camp leads the 2018 graduates in the singing of the alma mater for the first time as graduates of Kansas State University. Congratulations. Please stay in touch as you impact lives, as we know you will. Will the platform party, faculty, and graduates prepare for the recessional march? The graduates will recess up the stairs to the concourse and be available to meet friends and family there. Thank you all for being here to celebrate this special event, and go Cats!